Today on Bass Fishing Declassified, we're about to share with you some new techniques that we are going to try in the winter. Our team members, man, they're excited to share with you these new techniques. And with new techniques, it kind of helps you become a better fisherman. It's to try new stuff out. Either you like it or you don't. Now, my technique, I'm going to start this thing off, guys. My technique is it's kind of new still, right? I mean, it's a technique that's been around for a long time, but it's still new to me, and I actually started doing it at the end of last December and then through the winter, but I'm a lot better at it now, and I'm ready for the winter. I'm going to share with you guys how I'm going to use this in the winter. And guys, it is the hover rig for the hover strolling technique. Okay, guys, so you know, I've talked about the hover rig a lot on this channel. I've talked about, I have a video on it. I know a lot more about it, of course, now than I did last winter. Last winter, I was still testing it out, still learning. And guys, I'm just going to share with you how I'm going to do this new technique to me this winter. I'm talking about Central Arkansas, Highland reservoirs, clear water lakes, okay? You see I have it paired up here with the G-Crack bellows gill. Y'all heard me talk about that before. This is my last one. I got to get some more ordered. But I'm going to try, what I'm going to try to do with it, and I caught fish with it last year on one fishing trip, and I had a blast. But then again, I think at times I was just did it on accident. But I'm going to try to fish trees with this technique, okay? And with it is, you know, the fish in those trees are going to see swim baits. They're going to see Alabama rigs, jigs. This is something that I believe you can throw and get them above them trees and get fish to be able to come out of. Now, for it to work really well, you need clear water. I'm talking 4+ foot visibility. And what I'm going to do this is going to be that cleaner water. Okay, so these fish that are in these trees, though, are going to be keying in on baits. So that's why one of the lures for the hover rig, you want more of a bait fish style. This is that bellows gill is kind of that you know, that bait fish style, but it floats so good in the water. It's like a dying bait fish. So that's one thing I like about it. And that tail, one thing I've started to notice about lately, it kind of has that tail like that spunk shad and some of them other little, you know, Demiki rig style baits. So guys, for me, I am excited about giving this a shot this winter, just as much as I know about it now than I did last winter. Last winter I caught some big fish with it. I caught some fish with it off rock piles, with various baits, and then brush piles as well. Chasing bait, you know, it's something too. Guys, I'm throwing it on a 7.2 Denali Covert Light Medium Heavy. Okay, this is the Denali Fission spinning reel. You see I have a braid fluoro leader. It's short right now. This was like 20, 30 yards long or feet long. Yeah, 20, 30 feet long. But after I start tearing it up, tearing off and whatever, it's kind of there. And I'm about ready to retie. Okay, so I like to have a long leader on it though, between me and you guys. So, hey, give it a shot. Let me know your success on the hover rig, okay? My thing here just beeped. Let me know if you've had any success on the hover rig. Now let's go see what the next team member has to say about their new technique.
There have been a lot of really good baits that came out this year, but not all of them are going to be good during the cold water period that we're entering now. But I got to tell you, one that I am most excited to be throwing around because I know how good it is this guy right here. Now you're looking at it going, well, that's just a Kitech Swing Impact Fat. That's right, it is. But the hook is more so what I'm excited for. It's the Core Tackle, the Ultimate Swim Bait Head, otherwise known as Tush. It is an internally weighted swim bait head, so it does a lot of positive things. You can see in this case, it gives it a much more streamlined appearance, a much more natural appearance, but more importantly, because the weight is in the body of the bait, you get more belly roll out of it, you get a completely different look to it, and at the same time, you get much better hookups because you don't have a big jig head in the front of it, and you lose a lot less fish because the weight is closer to the penetration point versus being up at the head of the hook, which then allows the fish to have leverage when they go and jump. So this is a proven fish catcher, but it hasn't been out during the winter, so I'm really excited to throw it this winter. And I got to tell you guys, if you're looking for something to be throwing on your umbrella rigs, this is it. This is a dynamite hook to put on your umbrella rigs. So why just throw one if you can throw multiple? But I will tell you, make sure you check your local state regulations because some states don't allow multiple hooks. So make sure you're aware of how many you can be throwing. But I got to tell you, you put a bunch of these on your favorite umbrella rig. This is a Picasso bait ball schoolie rig. And I will tell you what, you have the best shot at potentially catching a giant fish. It really is truly a great bait for catching the big ones in your lake. So give it a try, the Core Tackle Tush, the ultimate swim bait head, and your favorite paddle tail swim bait. Throw just one if you like, or throw multiple on your umbrella rigs.
So as an angler, there's a good chance you probably have another partner, a friend, companion, somebody you work with that you talk to about fishing. And you bounce ideas off each other. You go ahead and share some strategies, how you're gonna go attack your body of water, go attack this body of water. And you kind of know after a while what their answer is gonna be, and you know how they fish. Let's say you want a different opinion, or you want a different strategy or technique, or just even different advice on how to attack your body of water, or maybe an upcoming trip you're going to take in a couple weeks or months, or this summer. Hey, go to the Fish the Moment website and check out our virtual lessons tab. With the virtual lessons, you can pick one of the members from our Fish the Moment team and get a one-on-one Zoom Google Meet lesson. And our guys, what they do is when you pick your lake, and it could be your home lake, it could be a different lake you don't fish much, or like I said earlier, it could be a trip somewhere, and there's a good chance one of our team members has fished that body of water, and they're going to give you their advice and expertise on what they would do in the time that you want to go fish. So go ahead, give it a shot, and hey, when you go in and do the selection of who you would like to pick with and get your thoughts and opinions are, you're going to see some dates and some times. Let's say a good date or time doesn't work for you. Hey, just email us at info@fishthemoment.com. We'll work out a time so you can go ahead and get your appointment and go ahead and talk to one of our guys. Like I said, what we do is when we see the lake, we at least spend an hour of getting ready and getting all of our information and pictures ready to share with you guys. So like I said, hey, don't miss out on this opportunity. It's pretty unique. Now, hey, let's get back to the video.
Hey guys, Kyle Cordion with Bass Fishing Declassified. Listen, it is really cold. It is winter time. It's 30-something degrees this morning. It's raining. My boat's wet. I'm back to hooked up and go fishing. But this video is about new baits that I'm excited to use in the winter months. I know this is Bass Fishing Declassified, but guys, I gotta break out the crappie stuff. I'm a big crappie fisherman, and a lot of bass fishermen are. So if you're a crappie fisherman, my little tidbit here is about a new bait by Bobby Garland. Anytime Bobby Garland comes out with a crappie bait, if you're a crappie fisherman, you have to listen. The baby shad has dominated crappie fishing for plastic crappie baits for a long time. So when they came out with this new bait, this is the live roamer. It's a live roamer. It's got a similar body base as the baby shad, but it's also different. It's very minnow shaped. It's about the same size, 1.75 inches. And they've got a lot of awesome colors in this thing. But what makes this bait really unique, obviously, is the small little fork tail. It truly looks like a minnow. Bobby Garland has not come out with a bait that looks just like this yet. And this color right here is pecan cream. I'm really excited about this. They have one called sweet tea with lemon and the baby shad I catch them on. This is a back down version of that, where the sweet tea and lemon's kind of chartreuse on the belly. This is an awesome color, pecan cream. Tons of cool colors there. If I had to pick out my 4 favorites, tried and true, again, I'm excited about this new pecan cream. And then you've got, I think they call it bluegrass. They've got bluegrass, which is basically blue and chartreuse with metal flake in it. They've got monkey milk, tried and true, and then lights out, the black and chartreuse. So that ought to cover. This will be good for dark watercolor. Blue and chartreuse, the bluegrass will be good in darker colors. The clear one, obviously, monkey milk. And this pecan cream, I'm excited to try with a bunch of different head colors. Gonna be better in clear water probably. But the jig heads that I'd use for them, they've got a lot of options out there. Crappie Pro is also at lurenet.com, same place you can get these Bobby Garland baits. These are the Crappie Pro jig heads. I'm probably gonna throw this on like an 1/8 ounce, a 1/16 ounce, something like that. I like a little heavier head when I'm fishing. I like the bait to fall fast. I like to be able to see the bait on my forward-facing sonar, so the bigger I go, the easier that is for me. But these are the Crappie Pro heads. Also, Eagle Claw. Eagle Claw has recently released a lot of their Pro V bend style hooks. And here's a couple Eagle Claw Pro V bends. This is 1/8 ounce or 16th ounce jig heads. This one here has got the gold hook on it. So a lot of crappie fishermen, and me included, are believers in the gold hook. But it's a gold Pro V bend sickle style shaped hook. This one's got the nice monofilament weed guard. So if you're fishing brush, you're going to want to go with something with a weed guard. Get hung up a lot less. And this is the one without. And this hook here is the dark hook. So anyway, they got eyes on them. They're cool looking. I like those. Both of those hooks are really good. As far as what I'm going to use, it's packed up in the boat and it's raining, but I'm going to throw a Kistler 7-foot medium action or medium light action rod. I'm going to throw it on an 8-pound fluorocarbon, all fluorocarbon. I'm going to show you. We're going to cast it out there, right, and just let it sink like a normal jig. But what's really cool about this new bait is you can rig it 2 ways. So you can rig it normal. I'm not even going to rig it for you that way. You can just rig it normal, where the minnow is upright, and that's going to look like it's swimming. So when you cast it out there and you just want your pendulum fall, or you just vertical jig it, you got a vertical minnow. A lot of times on the initial fall is what triggers that fish to commit to bite. When they see that bait coming down and you're in your pendulum swing, that's when the fish decide, I'm going to eat that. What makes this cool is the profile of this bait is, it's a mirror image from top to bottom, top to back. So it's the same size on both half. If you were to cut that bait in half, it's exactly the same. If I rig this bait on the side, instead of coming out where it would be the dorsal fin of the minnow, if I rig it in the side like this, and I got it on there pretty crooked, but if I rig it on the side like that and I cast that out, this bait is now going to fall. It's going to do like loop-de-loops, and it's going to fall like a dying shad. So you have the option as an angler now to turn this into a dying shad fall, as opposed to just a straight fall. This thing's going to sit there and spiral down and look like it's dying, and when you hop it, it's going to kind of come true and then start to fall kind of like that again. So this bait, all in a little 1.75 inch package, gives you great options. Again, the Live Roam R. Go check that out at lurenet.com. Get you some of these. Use my coupon code Cordiana15. Saves you guys 15%, and I appreciate you using it. Again, you can get these Eagle Claw Pro V bends anywhere, or if you like the crappie Pro jig style hooks, those are also at LureNet. So hope this helps you guys catch more crappie, and hey, that'll feed the family. So we'll see you guys on the next one.